This is why.
Now this fucker's got me blocked. Listen to him. He's got me blocked. It's a pussy. There he goes. Listen to his fucking ass. Got me blocked though because he's a pussy. Yeah.
Because in that case, if anything at all,
listen to this fucker.
It's not BSJ's son's actions. It's BSJ that actually. It's his fault. That child died.
Listen to this fucker.
And
it's your fault. It's your fault. You're a faggot, Benny. Well, you didn't say that before Diane scammed YouTube.
Previously been strangled.
Listen to it.
And had a healing skull fracture.
Listen to this dumb fucker. He said the child had previously been strangled. What a fucking idiot. Yep. Listen to him.
Was compromised already.
Mm-hmm.
That's the guy that Molly has as a wrench. He makes me look like a piece of shit.
You are a piece of shit, Vinny.
You know that?
You've been doing the same. You've been doing lives for 3 days with the same fucking clothes on. You nasty drunk bastard.
Did you know that?
No, you don't know it. Vinny doesn't do his research.
Hello, Mojo Joe. Hello, Mojo.
Hey, Vinny.
Going, eh?
The difference between me and you is my wife is right here with me, you fucking faggot. You don't catch me dancing around in a pink thong with nobody around, spreading my ass cheeks open.
No, I had to generalize it. And that's why I apologize to you, Harry.
Mm-hmm.
But in this instance,
Anybody that knows my son's case knows that there was never, ever any reports of Braden ever being strangled like this fucker ever just said. Like this fucker Vinny just said.
here's all these real crime community people pretending to you. They are child advocates.
Mm-hmm.
They hold a scumbag like that piece of shit.
Hey, Vinny, if you were to say that to my face, I would just fucking punch you right in the fucking mouth, you pussy. You're a pussy, Vinny. That's why you're sitting there alone with nobody. Nobody but maybe 8 fucking viewers that come in and listen to your drunk ass rants.
And never put it out there. Because
I'll be spending the day with my family, Vinny. What do you be doing? Sitting there wearing the same clothes that you've had on for the last 3 nights, drunk.
that you're investigating. Now, we've all seen his actions, how vile and foul he is. Now, all right, I might be vile and foul, but I've never committed no crime. And for some of the things I say, you know,
Oh, you have committed crimes, you lying fucker. You just don't have a record.
and bigots are a big thing out here.
Hi, Irish Marie.
And in that instance,
See, I have to respond to this fucking idiot like right here because he's such a pussy. He won't bring. Every time he brings me on his panel, I own his ass, and he deletes it. Every time he's brought me on his panel, I have owned him. That's why he don't bring me over there anymore. He knows better, and he deletes those lives. He's not smart as I am. He's not as bright as I am.
you know, if you want to be a child advocate,
Come on over, Vinny. Pussy.
you would have to
What do you know about being a child advocate, Vinny? You can't even keep your own kids.
you'd have to show your kid Mm-hmm. And
hey, Vinny, how much money did your channel raise for St. Jude's? I think Molly's raised about $50,000 because she was showing she cared. All you're showing is people how you get drunk and piss on your floor during lives. If you're a child, hey, Real World Podcast. Hey, child advocate. I've been calling you. You don't answer me. Listen to this fucker. Now, check this out. This fucker is saying now that Braden was strangled. Listen. Listen to this pussy. What a dumbass. The case wasn't dropped, dumbass. This guy's an idiot. No, the case was never opened, you fucking dumbass, and there was never a strangle on him, you stupid fucker. Right. I know, I saw that. Oh, and I saw the other one you got. My wife said you called, and I tried to call you back. You don't answer. That's right. And the father was very well aware. The father was aware. His father was aware. Everybody that knew them knew that the child protection order was in place. But when I brought up the child protection order and how she should be charged, Children's Services denied it. They said it never happened. Had anything to do with true crime and child advocacy or anything, whether it's your own son or not. My bad. I've been real busy too. Report that. So, a failure to report to authorities that that's happening. Now listen to this fucking dumbass. Okay, I'm gonna pause his dumbass for a minute. Okay, he says he's correct. In 2015, my son was arrested because Braden came up with a fracture on the back of his head. My son had been with him for about 10 minutes that day. This is all testified to. Also, Braden had been with her aunt. She was also a suspect. They arrested my son and let him go because they weren't sure if the fracture was caused by a family member or by my son. They couldn't figure out where it came from, so they didn't charge anybody. But he wasn't the only suspect in it. This fucking idiot right here says that Braden was strangled. Braden was not strangled. And I'm reading this. I'm reading some of the chat. Yeah. I was talking in general how peeps blame. And Majojo says, if it was my boy, I would disown. No, Life says, I would disown. And you don't disown your child. If you disown your child, you never had a right to have him in the first place. Now, it's not like I'm going to go out and party with him or anything else, but I do talk to my son. I do send him money, and I do take care of him. That's what parents are supposed to do. Period. This guy's a fucking idiot. You're such a dumbass, man. You're so stupid. I just find it ironic. You go spread misinformation. Advocate for domestic violence is now wrenching that channel. Hey, I've been wrenching that channel for 2.5 years, Vinny. And you knew all this stuff about my son. You actually stuck up for me about my son, you lying sack of piece of shit. When I would come into your chats and we were friendly. But then when your buddy Diane started stealing from kids and I spoke up about it, now my son is a problem. He wasn't a problem for a couple years. Matter of fact, you stuck up for me and said, people who blame you for that are stupid. You delete all your fucking lives because you're a piece of shit loser that sits there alone, Vinny. You sit alone with your dick in one hand and a bottle in the other and wearing a pair of thongs. Pink thongs at that probably sent to you by Jen so you could sniff them. People are saying, well, he knew he lived there. No, everybody knew that he lived there. Everybody, including Children's Services. This is what Vinny doesn't really know, is that Children's Services was brought up because they came to the house and they knew Luke was living there. They knew he was there. That's why there's newspaper articles about Dayton police dropping the ball, Children's Services dropping the ball because they knew he was there. Dumbass. Drag my kid out of that house because when the 2015 incident came up, okay, this is another reason why no one was charged. You fucking stupid idiot. This is why I put all the paperwork up. All right. And this is why. They both said, even including the mother, that when Braden came up with the fracture on the back of his head in 2015, they both said he climbed up his playpen, got on it, and fell out onto the wood floor. The mother said that. You fucking dumbass. He fell out of the floor. They found him on the ground. And when she went and talked to her family, who didn't like Luke's mother because they were competing and selling dope, to be honest with you, they convinced her to say, well, I did run to the store. Kelsey ran to the store for 10 minutes to get a pack of cigarettes and a Mountain Dew right up the street and come back. So since they left him when Luke was there for 10 minutes, they brought him in, arrested him, questioned him, let him go. Dumbass.
Here in Australia, in the gym, I'm right up their ass. They don't even see me. They don't hear me. They don't smell me.
Oh, he's talking about his kids again. They don't see him, they don't hear him, they don't smell him, and his ex-wife. Yeah, those people. Yeah.
And I hate their bullshit as time goes by.
You're sitting there alone with no family because you're a piece of shit who talks to women on here with his dick in his hand while you got a wife somewhere else. That's something I don't do.
You see, so when a father
Listen to this fucker.
failed to notify the authorities.
Okay, when a father failed to notify the authorities, okay, Braden's father also knew that Luke was living in the house with the protection order, and he didn't. Braden's other family, they all knew he lived there. As a matter of fact, there's testimony from Kelsey's brother that he picked Braden up the day before he died, and Luke gave him Braden so he could take him shopping. Why didn't the brother say anything, Vinny? He lived with her for 2.5 fucking years after the protection order. How come their family didn't say anything? They all knew he was there. How about that? You can blame me, then you got to blame their family. And you got to blame CSP, you fucking uneducated, non-research doing piece of shit, drunk.
And he's now, that guy's son is now in jail for life.
And that's exactly what he gets.
Even to the point in court, this motherfucker trolled the shit out of that family.
He's going to say that I trolled that family. No. During the trial, we all were fighting with each other. We were all friends, you fucking lying piece of shit. Prove I trolled anything. Prove something, Vinny. Prove it. You don't prove nothing.
Father knew of that protection order.
Everybody knew that protection order, dumbass.
Worry about a baby. He actually even was facing incarceration himself and had to give his son up.
I was never facing incarceration myself. And listen to this. I am the one who turned Luke in, right? Right? First, he said I never turned Luke in. Now he's saying I did. I was never brought up on any charges, you fucking stupid fuck. I was a witness for the state, you dumbass, and I posted it.
Mm-hmm. I could show you the case files. I could show you everything about it. And he
If you can show the case files, this is what I challenge you, Vinny. This is how I challenge you. You said Braden was strangled in 2015. Show it. Show where you could show those case files. How about that? Show the case file where he was strangled, you fucking idiot. You're an idiot, Vinny. You need smacked right in your fucking mouth.
He would not want to quarrel with me. And certainly my friends. That's why I say that, right? Straight up. And anyone who gives him sympathy, I kind of think.
Well, you gave me sympathy, you fucking idiot.
Shit. But you see, R.A., there are things in life that you really can't help. And, life's life. People live, people die. Someone's always affected.
But anyways, I think your kids are affected, Vinny, because you couldn't maintain a marriage. You couldn't keep your little Aussie weenie from being attracted to people on the internet, and that's why you sat there alone. So you want to talk about effects? What effects have you had on your children? You sorry piece of Australian shit. That's what you are. He is mentally disturbed. No, he's in Australia. So what it is Vinny and I used to be really good friends. I helped him with some things. I helped him with Laura when Laura was trying to say this woman wasn't dying and she actually died. Vinny and I were good friends. What Vinny does, he does these lives like this and then he deletes them. Every time he's brought me on a panel with him, I have flat owned him. Every time I catch him in lies all the time, right? So what he does now is he'll do this and sit over there and talk shit about me about shit he doesn't know. About shit he doesn't know. Now, listen, Rel, I know that you looked at the Braden case, right? And you did that too. You called me a piece of shit and all that too. That's what people do when they're mad at me. That's fine. I'm not a piece of shit. I didn't have anything to do with Braden being killed. But you looked at the case and you know that Braden never was strangled. And you also know that I didn't turn my son in because I was going to be brought up on charges like this fucker just said. He says Brian knew there was a protection order. We all did. Even Daryl, even Braden's dad, who was in prison for murder, knew there was a protection. He knew that Luke was there. We all did. We stayed out of it. The responsibility to enforce that protection order was on Kelsey, who brought him into the house and let him live there. The mother was the one that signed saying, I will not allow him in the house. Midwestern Mary. The mother shouldn't have let him in the house. Of course, we could have said, oh, no. My son was happy with her. They were happy together. So why am I going to slide in there and say, hey, there's a protection order. You shouldn't be here. I trust the mother's judgment. Just like Braden trusted the mother's judgment. He trusted her judgment. She got a protection order that says he can't be here. But her judgment was, no, he can be here. Braden trusted her judgment. She let him in. It was her fucking apartment. The lease was in her name. Now who's to blame? Vinny? If you want to go that way? The only one that is to blame for actually committing murder on Braden Ferguson is my son. Nobody around Luke, their family or my family, said, hey, man, you need to go kill that baby. That was his choice. He's the only one that's responsible for that. Period. Now, we could do this shoulda, coulda, woulda shit. And you can say, well, why didn't you go tell that he was living there, Brian? I don't know. For the same reason the mother who was sucking his dick and fucking him every night, didn't tell that he lived there. Maybe his dick was so fucking huge and good to her that she decided to violate that. Can we be that nasty? Can we do that, Vinny? Yes. I was not up on any charges for that. I was never under suspicion for any of that. I was never threatened with arrest for that. Never. Never. But the reason I go live, well, when this guy goes live talking about me now, if he's not talking about me, I don't say nothing. The reason I go live, and he knows I'm live. You can believe that. The reason I go live is to give that fucker a chance to either come to my panel or go to his. But every time I've been on his panel, I've owned him. Every single time. He deletes them. Vinny, bring up a panel where you've owned me, that I've been on your panel with you. Never. One of my biggest lives that I ever had about 900 people in it. I had Vinny, Diane, K Smalls, Science Girl, a whole bunch of them on a big panel. Vinny was my friend until Diane started scamming St. Jude. There's videos of him back there that I need to see if I can find it, where he was actually sticking up for me on this. But now that his friend steals from St. Jude, oh, that Brian guy. Yeah. Have another drink, Vinny. Have another drink. But anyways, I give him time of day every now and then. It's kind of fun, because everybody knows what a loser Vinny actually is. But everybody knows what a fucking loser is. My life keeps getting better and better and better. He's still stuck where he was at 2 years ago. All that shit that he spends on that fancy equipment and lights and music and shit, spend it on your kids, loser. Do that. Why don't you do a video where you're traveling with your kids? You had your kids on when they were young. Why don't you do a video now with them? Because they don't want to be around you. Nobody wants to be around you but Jenny, Jen, and Hondo. I think they just tolerate you over there, Vinny, because Jenny feels sorry for you. Maybe one day you'll drink yourself to death. Maybe one day you'll do that, Vinny. I wouldn't give a fuck about you. You sorry, lonely, jacking off every night, piece of shit, wishing you had some pussy-ass motherfucker. That's all you are. Have a good day. Bye-bye. Vinny, you're a faggot. I know his daughters have nothing to do with him. Nothing. They don't even want to go visit. He doesn't do videos where they come visit. He doesn't do videos where he takes them out. He doesn't do any videos with his kids, but he wants to tell somebody else about theirs. You think that you getting caught cheating on your wife didn't have an effect on your children, you stupid fuck? Your kids will probably never trust men now. Then he is gay. As a matter of fact. Hey, damn, come on out the closet, Vinny. There's nothing wrong with being gay. Except for when you lie about it. It makes you a lying faggot. Let's see here. He's still going on over there. Look, he's just going to talk about somebody, and then block them like the bitch he is. I'm going to talk about you, but I'm not going to give you the chance to speak back because I'm not a real man. Not a real man. All right, Vinny. I don't mind arguing with somebody who's going to give me a challenge. I wouldn't do that. Midwestern Mary was her name. Still her name. But I'm going to end this here with something. There you go, Vinny. This is the guy that's giving you all the information about me right here.
Gay.
This is the guy that's giving out all the information on me in a pink thong right now. Isn't that sexy? Look at him dancing for Molly. But now he hates her too because she called out St. Jude. He has to protect Diane because Jenny will be mad at him if he don't. Fucking faggot. What a fag. What a fag, Vinny. Fucking faggot. So that's the guy that's giving all the information about me right now, dancing around in a pink thong that Jenny Jen sent to him with a little bit of pan and pudding in it so he can sniff it right before he gets on there and dances around like that. You would never catch me dancing around in a pink fucking thong. That's one thing that you'll never catch me doing, Vinny. Does that silk feel good on your balls? Is there lace on that too? Do you have a cock ring on and anal plugs in? Come on, Vinny. Don't lie to us. Don't lie to us. What about that lie where you just got drunk and just fucking passed out, pissed right on your floor? That's where everybody's getting their. If you're getting information from that motherfucker, then you deserve to believe every goddamn word he says. You are a sorry piece of shit, Vinny. And I'm going to go enjoy my life today with my wife and my kids. And you'll be right there. Just you and your hand. Have a good one. Bye-bye.